Hi, my name is David Thiel and this is the Youth with a Mission Perth kitchen. We're shooting a series of videos on health and safety within the commercial kitchen. Now every kitchen is different and they'll each have their own organizational policies, but there are some things that are standard across all kitchens, and hopefully I could help you engage with both those things. Today we're going to talk about the end of day, the clean down. It's really important to realize that everything that you do finishes with a sort of reset back to its starting position. So there's things that we always want to do when we finish. It comes from finishing a task on a bench and cleaning and sanitizing that bench all the way down to the end of the day, or even just using any equipment in the kitchen. The key element is make sure you leave it as clean as you find it, and make sure you leave it where it belongs. Now this is important because you shouldn't always leave things where you found them, because they might not always have started where they should be. So you got to know where things go. When you finish with a piece of equipment, and this is organizational policy, but I think you'll find it helpful, before you continue your task, clean down that piece of equipment completely and sanitize it quickly, because the longer it takes you to clean a piece of equipment, A, the more difficult it is to clean, and B, the larger the risk that you might forget or neglect. So just have that as a priority in your mind if you're in this kitchen. So whether it's using the meat slicer that someone has trained you to use, or using the stick blender or the food processor, again, don't use these if you haven't been trained, but you'll find that the number one element in the training is that as soon as is practically possible or practicably possible, you set aside what you're doing and quickly clean and sanitize the equipment, and then get back to finishing your task, leaving it perfectly clean, perfectly sanitized. Now when it comes towards the end of the shift or the end of a day, you'll notice something. You're tired, you're worn out, you're potentially a little stressed. So more importantly at the end of the day than at the beginning of the day sometimes is a checklist for what you should do to finish the day. Now you start the day, you check with your shift leader what needs doing. You finish the day, you check with your shift leader to see what needs doing. But guess what? He's tired too, or she's tired too. So at the end of the day, everybody should know where the checklist is, so that everyone has an idea what needs to be done. You could divide up the jobs, and you could make sure things finish well, and then you leave the kitchen looking brand new.
Cleaning down and sanitizing benches is important after every task. Take responsibility to properly clean any equipment used. Put things back where they belong. Leave everything as good as you found it, or better. Lastly, check for a clean down checklist at the end of every day.